supposed to go to that. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. What a start to our new year. Holy mackerel. Can you believe this stuff? Have you guys heard the news? Yeah, you can't write this stuff, right? You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Anyway, welcome to the Guitar Mod Squad show. That's where I mod things like this because they put screws like that into the neck plate, right? What the heck were they thinking when they did this? Crazy, right? So I got this guitar still in parts here, and as you all, well, not all, but some of you might have heard the crazy news. Yeah, it was like that. I know, I'm using these. I love these. I don't know why. This is crazy. It's fun. Yeah, so let me just say to everyone, thank you for coming late here to the show. I threw out a last minute invite to Johnny Bean as well because, you know, he's my good buddy and he's out doing this thing. He might pop in if he gets a chance. Let's see if he even responded to me. He might be. I don't want him to be like texting and driving, so let's see. No, he hasn't responded yet, but I'll say join the show if you can. He's out doing his deliveries, you know. But yeah, Mod Squad show. Guitar's still on the table here in the same condition because I haven't had time. Because if some of you have heard, my sweetie got an appendicitis on Friday night. Oh, she's sending me a message right now. She got appendicitis. What was it? Friday night is when the first symptoms came on, and I was like, "Let's go," you know. And she's like, "No, it's just gases or something." I'm like, "I don't know, honey," you know. And then she says, maybe it's just an infection because I was eating a lot of stuff in Peru and she had just gotten back a couple days before. And she's had that kind of thing before. You can get bacterial infections and stuff. So she took some antibiotics and that stemmed it probably for a little while. But then I said, okay, Saturday morning, I'm like, look, you're having so much pain that it's hard stepping down. And I'm doing all these tests. I'm looking up on Google, you know, how to like diagnose yourself for appendix or whatever, right? So she sent me a message. Let me hear what it says.
Hi, Laz.
Oh.
I don't know if I'm gonna go. I told you that I haven't done bowel movement.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. This is private. Why is it loud? Why can't I turn it down? Oh. Well, okay, honey. Yeah. We'll see. Started the show already. Talk to you soon. All right. Yeah, she's fine. She's okay. She's stuck there. Anyway, so the long story short is I said, look, honey, you know, we need to call the doctor hotline thing at least and see what they say. And of course they say, she's like, oh, they're going to tell you to go in. And I'm like, of course they're going to tell you to go in. We have to at least eliminate the possibility that it's appendix or something like that. Cause it was right there. It was the right lower area. And I did this like 1 inch pinch test that some people recommend out there. It's a long story. If you want to look it up. But long story short, New Year's Eve was spent at the hospital for the most part. I made it to my brother's around 11:15 after finding out that for sure they're going to keep her overnight and that I could go home and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that's kind of how 2023 started off with, I guess, a bang. I don't know. What would you call that a bang? Where's the bang? That's not it. It started out like this. So anyway, that's the story. So, you know, a day goes by, nothing gets done. Another day goes by, nothing gets done. Things get done, but not some of the things like the hobby here, the fun stuff here. So yeah, everything's still in the same condition. The only thing that held me up from doing this any sooner as well was that I needed to go buy some of these. And I'm going to go ahead and say hi to everyone in the chat in just a second, but I had to go buy some of these because the screw that they originally had the neck plate in with is like that. which is no bueno, screw for Tacho the Play-Doh. So hope somebody doesn't take that in a bad way. Anyway, yeah. So let's say hi to everyone in the chat, and then I have an unboxing for you guys, which is kind of a little bit kind of neat. It's probably going to be a giveaway gift, just so you all know. So the next Where's Frankenvan of the first of the year, which will probably be this week. So stay tuned, because I'll be driving to work and I'll be in the Frankenvan, and I'll do a quick Frankenvan. Where's Frankenvan episode, so someone can win the thing that's in the box, which will be really cool. But let me first start off with saying hello to Tim Thomas, who's first in. Happy to know that Laz, happy New Year's, Laz. Hey now, happy to know that we're all in one piece and my sweetie's okay and we're going to be all good. We've got Robbie Stingle also saying Tim or Time or Tim, I don't know. Oh, saying hi to Tim. See, my brain is like totally off its normal. Symmetry Trev, what's up, dude? Did you go get yourself a gift from Lone Wolf McQuaid's? And then Zach Thong says, hey, Music Therapy Laz, bro, Happy New Year's. I think most of the people here know what happened, because, I popped in from the cafeteria on the phone with Johnny, and I was in the chat last night. Hip Metal Works was up. Happy New Year. HNY. Yeah, in Hungarian, in Hungary, we say Buek. So Buek, which is, or Buek. Buek? We just say Buek. Buek, which means Boldog új évet kívánok, which means Happy New Year to you. Yeah, man. Who else is here? We got Robbie saying hey to everybody. Everyone's saying hey. Randy Crooks is also here. What's up, Randy? Robbie Stingle. Janice, who was bringing in the Latency Jam fever last night on the show. That was pretty awesome, Janice. You guys were rocking it last night. Papa Blue. What's up, Papa Blue? Charles 75N, who's probably got some plans from some more fabric-covered guitars this year, right? And then who else we got here? Everyone's saying hi to each other. Everyone, Blackjack Guitar, dude, what's up? I hope everyone that got a gift or won a gift received their gift, and those who didn't respond are not receiving anything, and I'll just give those things away at some other giveaway time, right? We've got all kinds of fun stuff coming up this year. Starting right off with next weekend, I'm heading out to visit my dad again, of course, visit JJ, my buddy at House of Jams. BC Rich 581 also saying hello, Laz, and I hope the whole front is getting better now. Yeah, thankfully everything went well, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, thankfully, they do this kind of much more minimally invasive kind of surgery now. It's like a half-inch little cut and another half-inch little poke, and then they do I think it's laparoscopy. I don't know how to say it. Laparoscopic. I don't know, something like that. Type of little with a camera with a light, and they blow your abdomen up with carbon dioxide to kind of make it big so they can look around in there and find that little devil of a bad appendix. And some of the foods they eat in Peru maybe had something to do with it, and who knows, something kind of got probably clogged up there in the appendix area, and once you get it removed, you're never going to have that problem again. So it's kind of like tonsil, I guess, tonsillitis. If you don't have tonsils, then you're not going to have infections in your throat as much, and I guess that can be a good and bad thing. With the tonsillectomy, I had that pretty early on. Who else we got here? We got Ed Dahl here. Hey, is it Dahl or Dual? I would say Dahl, right? Ed Dahl, because it has to be Dull. It's like a full. Well, it could be like full, like dual, dull, a dull. Anyway, tell me if I'm spelling it or pronouncing it according to the spelling correctly. Randy Crooks is talking about something is going to be epic. Yeah, the fabric is harking back to my acid days. Oh, so Charles, you're working on one for him too. That's super, dude. I'll probably have to do something with you maybe sometime. I don't know if I can do it this year. I've got so many plans. 2023 is going to be full of a lot of stuff happening, man. So it's Ed Dill. Did I say it right? Yep, because you're saying yep. So use another word, Ed, so that I know if I'm like one that rhymes with your last name. so I know if I'm singing. It's like full, like Full, Ed full, Ed dull, like that. I would think so. Choose the binding colors. Okay, so there's going to be all kinds of really interesting work being done on the guitar for Randy. Awesome, you guys. So without further ado, we'll save the unboxing for last because everyone wants to wait for that, right? So you'll get to see. So dull, so like not shiny but dull, right? So all right, Ed, thank you for joining our chat, and I hope you're a subscriber. And if you aren't subscribed, and share and like and all those YouTuber things, trying to grow the channel. I'm hoping this year I crack 1,000, and I might have to actually write some music and post some music up that people like, hopefully, to help break that barrier. Because I think just doing these shows and talking gear and blah 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 and Van Halen and all this stuff, it's interesting to a more finite, crowd of people out there. We got to broaden our horizons this year. I got to go into more of like what Michael B and I were talking about, doing something relating to music therapy and open a whole nother door, because that's originally what I started this channel for, in a way, to get more um, spread the information about music therapy and whatnot. But yeah, here we are. Music is a wonderful form of therapy. Working on guitars and doing like I guess whatever you want to call mods or cleaning up. Like in this case, I doubt I'm going to do any mods to this guitar. To be honest, because it has this really odd 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screw pick guard, and it's a Fernandez. I'm pretty much gonna just keep this the way it is. This, if you want to call it stock, looks like an already modded Fernandez 80s Strat, right? Show more cleavage. There you go. Here I can show you. I could show you some more of that guy. Little Limón. How about that? But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it stuck because that's kind of what I fell in love with when I saw it up on the wall there at Norman's Rare Guitars. There you go, Trev. Norman's Rare Guitars in Tarzana, California. So it's in the Los Angeles area, but it's in Tarzana. Wow, that's a questionable word, Symmetry. I approved it. Oh, cleavage is questionable. Interesting. Thank you for approving, Janice. Let's see what's happening in the YouTube side of how this all appears. Let me see. Oh, guitar meets science started something 4 seconds ago. He's doing the money shaming. I'm not sure what that's about. I guess if you have money, shame on you. Oh, Ed, thank you for subscribing 1 minute ago. You rock, dude. We got Pete Thorne was talking earlier today too. I was listening to some of that, but I had so many things going on today, and I almost wasn't going to do a show today, but I promised you all that I was going to do a show because I couldn't do the last Thursday show because something happened, and now this time I couldn't start it at 9:30 in the morning typically because something happened. My Austrian friends and all the Europeans and Asians and like Ritesh, right? I think Rikesh or Ritesh in India is not watching because he's probably already sleeping. We've got my friend Henning uploading Bats, Frameshift BATS, Rearrange. Oh, that's the song. Okay, I remember that. I listened to all his music. I got a copy of like he did a CD, every CD actually signed and everything he sent me with his HP 42 signature Harley Benton guitar that I have right there. It's Love Potion number 9 guitar because it's number 9 of the 42, and so I call it my Love Potion number 9 LP number 9. It looks like Metalhead Hippie had a couple videos he uploaded. My one of my favorite YouTubers, Mary Spender. She's got her New Year's resolutions. Anyone want to talk about New Year's resolutions? We can talk about that. Hey, what's up, Mike? MPN 5150 was in the chat last night with Johnny and them were on the show. Latency jamming along with Janice and everything. That was awesome. That was really great. You guys did that Stevie Ray Vaughan song. I think that was really, really cool. Ola England's talking about stuff. So much going on here. The new year is here. ready to kick its butt. I'm gonna kick 2023's butt. I'm gonna get everything done that I want to get done this year. So my resolution, I told you guys in Johnny's show last night, is to get this studio finito and start recording in here, get some music put up, right? And I promised Metalhead Hippie I would put up a song by the end of the year. And again, I failed. I failed. Jeff, I'm sorry. And everyone at the Metalhead Hippie show, there's lots of music up there, so it's not like they need me over there. But I do want to get something on there and up there, right? So, hey, Alonzo, what's up? Alonzo's here as well. Yeah, man. So everyone's saying hey to each other. Yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, it's really hard. Like Johnny's laughing as he's going along because he knows it's so hard in a live stream to get audio to sound any good. There's some little tricks around it, you know, but if you're doing what he was doing last night, which was like Janice has her full on PA and everything running, and she's playing that, you know, playing along to that and singing with her mic and everything in that room, and then that's coming across. Plus, you know, everyone else trying to latently jam along to it. It actually worked out pretty good. I mean, considering, right? Oh, you just got off work, Alonzo. Congratulations. The first day of work done. Isn't that great? That's awesome, man. But yeah, you know, it was really fun to watch that. And the latency jam thing is really catching on. Are you going to sleep? What are you doing? Oh, are you sleeping, little guy? He's going to sleep. I can't believe it, you little sleepyhead. So I'm gonna go check out what's going on in the show here. Make sure I turn this down. But I'm gonna have to make sure I have the volume up for any phone calls, because if she calls, I need to make a run for the hospital. Not really. I think I hope they don't hold her overnight one more day. But if they do, because you know that costs money. But health is the most important thing. And she's like, okay, yeah, we'll see. Anyway, but yeah, good thing that her battery's still going with her phone. So yeah. So what we're gonna talk about the year of 2022 in review. Um, the year started off, you know, really rather well. I'd gotten back from Peru with my sweetie. We had a wonderful time there. We went to the beach. We ate lobster. We really had a wonderful time with family there. Even though we were there for just a short, I was there for only like a week and a half to 2 weeks. I think max 2 weeks. It was like a short 2 weeks, and came back. And then starting right into the year, I think I bought another guitar. I think I bought the red and white and black Frankie, the Frankenstein. I bought that. I think during the year, or was it before? I think during the year I bought a couple more of these Fairfield guitar straps. You know, we got some of those from my buddy Lewis. What else did we get at the beginning of the year? I think I bought this. This was happened to go in to check out. I was looking at Fender amps. I was thinking about getting a Fender amp to use in the studio as kind of like a pedal platform kind of YouTube kind of amp. Just something different than what I have, because I've got the Steve Vai head, I've got the 5150 head, I've got the Black Star, which is like a good low priced, but decent amp that people could use to gig with or use in the studio. It's the Studio 20. I've got a Roland JC90, which is, that really nice clean chorus kind of 80s sound kind of thing if you want that. And I've got the Vox AC30. So a good mix of stuff, but I don't really have like a Fender amp, and I thought it would be cool to have a really, solid kind of sounding Fender amp. And I might actually go with something small. I might actually go with like a Princeton. And I'm really getting turned on to what Phil McKnight was talking about, the difference between the Princeton and the 68 Princeton versus the 65 Princeton versus, say, the standard out there that everyone uses for gigs and whatnot, which is the I keep wanting to say Twin Reverb, but it's not. It's the 68 Deluxe, right? The reissue Deluxe. So yeah, isn't this a pretty guitar? I really love, what Music Man does in this price range. You know, this is that made in Indonesia, right? Yeah, made in Indonesia. They do a roasted maple neck with a satin finish. Feels fantastic. Nice smooth cutaway area here. 5 screw plate, narrow plate, which is really cool. They've got the rosewood fretboard, so it's a decent kind of quality rosewood. You know, nice and dark all the way. I didn't colorize that. I don't think they did either because you can see around the edges, but you know, there's no way to find out unless you sand pass coloring or something. But basically, I think it's real rosewood. And then you've got the spoke wheel adjustment there, and it's an HSS setup. You know, with the proper spacing, if you ask me, with the volume and tone knob with a 5-way switch. And they do they have a cool, the Stingray, or Sterling Stingray. The Sterling bridge there is decent, but, you know, it's a 2-point bridge. I could switch it out to something else, but it's all right. You know, I mean, this is what it is. It's basically a $400-500 guitar when you buy them retail. I got it for about $350 with tax, so I got a really good deal on it. And as I told people back then when I picked it up, considering for the price, I mean, that white and black Frankie that Johnny was playing last week at Guitar Center that I posted that video of, actually it was the week before Christmas. Octopus Ears was over and we were hanging out, the three of us at Guitar Center, and they have a black and white relic Frankie, a 78 Eruption, and the fret sprout on that is so horribly bad. I mean, the fret sprout is terrible. Way worse than even this. This has a little, I wouldn't even call this fret sprout. This is just, you know, $400 guitar price, not perfectly polished around kind of edges. And that's what I got these things for, right? Fret and dressing tool. I got like the fret kisser from Stu Mac here. Real nice, thick, heavy. You can, you know, with that, basically you can check if your, you know, frets are high or not, and even just kind of with that diamond coated center section there, if you notice how that's done, you can then file down your high spots on your frets. Got the recrowning tool. I've got this little tool here too. It's kind of like a fret tool as well, to be able to do some work around the fret with the strings on. So I've been slowly collecting, you know, a number of really nice tools for. I got to get a battery for this. I have the battery in the battery box, but, you know, to check the tolerances on everything. And I just ordered a few more things. So I ordered the Music Nomad version of this. This is like that cheap version of this that you can get on Amazon, like for a couple bucks. I ordered a set of Music Nomad fret, you know, radius gauges. So they're actually those heavy metal ones, those black ones, and the black and white. Oh, there he is. Johnny Bean. Sorry, I'm doing Uber Eats deliveries all day. All right, no worries, dude. I thought he would be. But yeah, you know, I've got a number of really nice tools, and got the fret. Oh, not the fret. This is the string stretcher that I got from my friends from Austria, that Martin and Lucas sent me. I got this little multi-tool that you can remove, you know, this and put different tips in. It's got a number of different bolt or whatever, you know, wrench type bolt sizes for all the different things you need to do. And then, you know, you got your little things like that. The frets on this neck, I don't know if you guys want to see how worn down they are pretty worn down. But I'm just going to go ahead and polish it up and clean it up and play it the way it is. Until later down the road, I might decide to change up those frets. I might change it up. We'll see. We'll see if I want to invest into this guitar more than I already have time-wise. You know, because that's an investment as well, right? But yeah, this guitar is a pretty cool guitar for the money, man. And I might change up the pick guard on this too. I might get a black chrome pick guard and some different covers for the pickups just to make it look cool, make it look different. I like to modify things, hence the name of the show. Modify things to make it look kind of like my own thing. I don't know if you guys like doing that, but so let me see what else you guys have talked about. Yeah, that's right. MPN 5150. I was talking about the deluxe. That's right. 68 deluxe. Thank you. Yeah, some people, my buddy Octopus Ears, Brent, he definitely loves the bass breaker amp. He had one for a while, but then he ended up falling in love with that Hendrix amp, that PRS one. Can't blame him, man. Oh. So Randy Crook says, almost all guitar players I know name their guitars. I do too. I must be an anomaly because I don't. When I adopt them, they already have names. Tell me if I'm crazy for not naming them. Dude, you're not crazy, but if they already have names, what are their names? Or are they? Do you like their names? Like Strat? Like 60th anniversary Strat, that's right there. I named that one my Black and Tan, like the beer concoction. If you've never had a Black and Tan, ask for one and test it out. It's awesome. Yeah. Also, you're saying you had a different. Okay, when you and I did it that time, I had you. You had me plugged into my PA as well, so that made it even more kind of. Maybe that's why you heard my side of playing to you on time, but on the StreamYard it was not. But that's what's crazy about the latency is that the latency occurs because of the playback through StreamYard. Yeah. No problem, man. Yeah. So Janice has got quite the setup, man. Yeah. So Super Reverb too. That would be big. So that too is another one of those amps, right, Mike? That really it's a Stevie Ray Vaughan secret weapon, right? But that's one of those amps that's probably not used by very many people because really it's one of those amps you want to crank it all the way to get that sound, right? You'd have to attenuate it if you're not into attenuating things. Oh, Randy, you've had an access. Yeah. Right. But yeah, I mean there's so many different ways you can go amp wise. But I just thought as a guitar amp for the studio to do demo videos, because that's another thing I want to get more into is doing demo videos of stuff. Hey, Half Ace, what's up? What's up, Mike Olson? What's happening? Late start because if you guys haven't heard, my sweetie had appendicitis, and last night for New Year's we spent the evening at the hospital. Even the cafeteria was closed. So by the time I was able to leave from being with her because she went into surgery, and that was fairly short too. I had to try to get something to eat because I hadn't eaten anything since the morning. And she actually had more than I did because she snuck in a banana and a little biscuit or something with some water or whatever on our way out. And so we were stuck at the hospital the whole night, the whole afternoon. It's a late night. I didn't eat anything until she went into surgery around 9:30, 9ish or so. I think they got rid of me, and then I went down to the cafeteria. Of course, it was closed. I think it was about 9. Yeah, it was closed, and so I couldn't even get a soda or water because that machine was broken. So the only thing that was working that had any liquid refreshment of any kind was this typical cafeteria coffee machine. You know what I mean? Those kind. Oh my God, yuck. But I kept having the toffee coffee, and it was pretty tasty. But yeah, later on I regretted it. And then I had a bunch of apocalypse food. Like when there's a zombie apocalypse, it's only all those machines that have packaged foods, right? So that's what I had. Oh, it's nowhere near loud. Well, the 5150 does attenuate down to 40 watts, and it does have a master, the volume. So you can get really killer, high lead tones out of this thing without it being cranked. So it's kind of nice to have that. Whereas the super lead, you gotta, it's gonna be loud unless you attenuate that in a room like this. And I'm in an apartment. So I don't know if you know, Mike, I'm renting. And so, well, I'm a manager of the apartment, so I don't actually pay for it. But bottom line is that I can't get that loud in here. Um, Bedroom level kind of loud. I get a little loud on some days, when I do some shows. I'm not too shy, but that's another plan that I had between Christmas and New Year's that didn't happen because of all this hubbub occurring health wise and all these other things that went on. Just could not get some of the things done that I wanted to do, which was like soundproof that window over here a little better with some shades. We got to get rid of this thing. Are you on it, Janice? I'm blocking that user. Ciao. I'm rather shocked that I actually get I get that stuff, being so small of a channel that I am. But I guess everyone's they just go after everybody, right? So yeah, let's see. Yeah, we took care of that quick. I think I got him. Before. Yeah, and I don't know if there's a way to delete them or whatever, but they're gone. So yeah. Oh, you blocked the bot? I blocked the bot. Yeah, they are bots. They're just out there, right? And it might be even because of my hashtags. I have some hashtags that might interest some of these bots out there, I guess. So, yeah, that's the thing, right, Randy? But I can also get fired, so I don't want to push that. I don't want to push that to the limit. You know what I mean? Oh, you got the first one. Good. Okay, I grabbed it quick too. But yeah. So Mike Olson is wishing everyone a happy. Hope they all had a happy New Year. Thankfully, my wife will never have to worry about her appendix again. That's the one good thing. So Alonzo, good question about that. So I got the head because what my plan was is to, and still is to get a couple more heads up here. So I have the 5150. I have the Steve Vai. I'd love to pick up, a classic Marshall head, or maybe even something different, because these are similar in some ways, but they are different, right? They're both kind of high gain amps, right? But it might be cool to get a classic Marshall style head. Um, yeah, she's doing good, Mike. Thanks. But really, it might be cool to get something totally different. So maybe like some kind of a Dumble style amp head. You know what I mean? Or there's that one that Phil keeps talking about, Phil McKnight, that Bad Cat, the Bad Cat Black Cat, I think, or it's a new one that they designed this year that he's talking about, right, last year, that he's very hot about. I should hit him up for a review of that. Like, I don't know if he's already done one. I want to hit him up, just mano y mano. I'm going to ask him, hey, which one is that? Because he's like saying that that's like the amp that they're way undercharging for. It's way overbuilt for the money. It's crazy good quality, and another reason I got the 5150 Iconic is that I'm not gigging these amps, so I'm not worried about it being made of MDF fiberboard, and I won't have to worry about it falling apart because it's not going to get moved around much, right? By the way, how do you like my collection of Funko Pops going on there? I'm going to have them all across all the apps, right? So they're going to be spread all around. I'm going to get all the rock and roll ones. As a matter of fact, I should show you guys this. This is super cool. So I was tempted to keep this, but I got it as a Christmas present for my buddy JJ's House of Jams. Because every time we go to LA, he puts me up, man. So I don't have to spend any money on hotel, motel, or whatever. And so I got him this. And he's their number one fan, of course, Isn't that cool? Well, and his band, if you haven't heard of Star Zero yet, you will, because, new grunge is now a term. And they're definitely leading the way. The unboxing that we're going to do with the new grunge stuff, right? But But yeah, I've gotten into the Funko Pops. This all started with that little guy right there, little Eddie Van Halen. Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. Which one are you talking? Oops, the wrong one. Didn't read the bad cat. By the way, it sounds incredible. Yeah, by the way, it sounds incredible, right? Yeah, and for the money, they're decent price. So that's another reason I bought the 5152 because for around $1,000, I got mine for basically $1,000. You know, and I got it through what do they call it? The zero interest credit financing, so I don't have to pay it all up front and get points for it and all that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, hey, ET5150 dude, please send me your address. Please. I just want to send you one of these cards. I send these cards out to everyone. If you don't want me to send you one, that's fine, but where did I put it? Oh, I put it away. I make these really nice, ask anyone in the chat. I make these really nice handwritten, I do it all myself, the artwork and everything on there, if you want to call that artwork. I do it all myself. Even though you live in Australia, I want to get you a gift card at a store near you so you can go out and get yourself something. Because I don't think it's fair that people in the US are the only ones who win these things. I don't think it's fair. And I've made some really great friends by finding a way to get them something, like my buddies Martin and Lucas in Austria, and we've become buddies, you know. And that's a big reason why I think this whole music therapy thing is a big part of this, is this communal kind of I mean, human beings are social animals, okay? Music is a socializing thing. It socializes us. It gets us together. It brings us together. Makes us feel happy. We go, you know, it's not just about the innie and the outie stuff. It's also about, you know, getting together and celebrating life and all this stuff. I mean, New Year's, you know, can you imagine New Year's or Christmas or anything without music? I mean, God, you know, this just wouldn't be the same. So I want to get you your package, half ace. You too, man. If you want me to if you want to stay anonymous, I've given you guys a way to stay anonymous. Have me send it to somebody else you know. Somebody else. I could send it to a friend of yours. I did that for what was his name? I think Six Strings something or another. Six Fingers, Six Strings guy or something like that. I sent it to a friend of his house, and so that way he can remain anonymous. So if you want to remain anonymous, that's a way to do it. Just have me send it to a friend of yours, you know? Yeah. Was it Namibia 2 years ago? Dude, it was somewhere in Africa, and it made it to Africa, and then it disappeared. But if I'm just sending like a card, like the size of a pack of strings, like a small card, it'll make it to you, no matter where you are. It might take weeks, might have lots of stamps all over it, and it only cost me a couple bucks to send it to you. So, you know, let me send you a card and I'll have some pics in there. I'm gonna send you some Van Halen pics because they're so cool. You know, right here, here they are. You know, I got some of these. I got some of these Van Halen pics. I'll just tape them to the inside, you know, some pics, not the can, of course. But that way I can send you a card and it'll make it, right? It'll make it. So, yeah. Oh, you forgot it? Okay, dude. Yeah. Yeah, send me your address, half ace, and I'll send you your gift. I think you got the one of these things. What Johnny calls a wing nut. I think you got one of these. I think you got one of these wing nuts, the wingman, and one of these pack of strings, right? You use those, right? Sure you do. And inside the card, I'll put, you know, some pics, some other ones too, some other than the ones you're getting. So yeah, man, don't forget, dude. Oh, not again. All right, gotta block. I already blocked them. Oh, they're very fast. They're very fast. Block user. Oh my god. Did you get him, Jazz? Anyway, get him. Yeah, strings and stuff, you know. The ladies love Laz. An error occurred. All right, somebody block that thing because it's still showing. Gotta block it. I'm doing timeout as well. I don't know if that works the same way. But yeah, we got to stop them girls. Hey, what's up? What's up, octopus ears? So year in review. Basically, the long story short was that I bought that Sterling guitar because I went in to buy. I was looking at buying a Fender amp, and I ended up using that guitar that was off the wall with a broken high E string. And I said, "You guys put a string on this, and I'll buy it," because I was actually using that to test out the amps because I've been looking for something like that, and I actually like that color. It's a pink kind of color, even though they call it rose gold. To me, it's kind of not exactly like rose gold. Does that look like rose gold to you? I think they call it something else, but yeah, I don't know what's the other color, you guys. There's a Strat color. That's this color. I forget what it's called. But I just really love the way they do their guitar finish. It's got a real nice sparkle finish. Look at that. I mean, for a $350 guitar, are you kidding me? With these specs, it's amazing. And then the 4x2 headstock tuner thing even has locking tuners at that price. Look at that. Right? So crazy. And then it's got like your typical kind of like faux bone nut thing or whatever. But I might change that one up or I might leave it. I mean, it's fine right now. But I thought what I'd do is to make it different is to, either go like a chrome pick guard to make it look flashy or black chrome if I can find one or whatever. And then change the knobs and all that stuff. Make it look unique, and drop a Vega trim in there. Mulberry Mist. Yeah, there's so many weird names for that, right? Burgundy, that's right. It's Ron Burgundy color. So that was like, I think, one of the first guitars of the year. And then I got the Frankie. And then what else did I get? Oh, yeah. And then I got that. That one. That's the Fender Meteora. Should I pull that off the wall? Can I reach it? See if I can reach it. Let's take that off there. Hang that over here. I haven't been playing that one much lately. I should. It's a great guitar. Oh, geez. There we go. Oh. There we are. All right. Yeah, this is a super cool guitar, man. As soon as I saw that they did this finish too, I'm just like, oh, I'm all about that thing. And the body style is just killer. Right? Kind of like a reverse rounded down Explorer or something. I don't know how else to explain it, but offset, right? But just what an amazing guitar. It's a great guitar. And I did drop a Vega trim in there, if you can see that. Yeah. Super great. This too has the 12-inch radius neck, satin finished, one piece maple neck, right? Right. Really nice. Of course, the truss rod adjustments up here, but that's cool. And it did come with locking tuners. But I think did it come with that string tree? I think I put that string tree on there, but I can't recall the T style one, but maybe not. For a made in Mexico guitar, see, it's got dust on it. That's been sitting up there for a while. For a made in Mexico guitar, this thing's sick. Yeah, it's a Player Plus series Meteora. Right. Very cool guitar. I love this thing. I'd love to play this out. And I love that the switch is right here. Anyway, so many things I love about this one. Great guitar. Then what else did I buy in 2022? Bought that Les Paul in December, so that doesn't count. Okay, I think this did happen in 2022 as well. So my sister's boyfriend, Tom, was like, dude, I need some money. I got this Telecaster that was my dad's. It's worth about $1,200. Can you loan me some money and then you can hold this as collateral, or loan me some money, and you buy this guitar from me for 1,200 or something like that. I'm like, well, dude, first of all, it's not worth $1,200. It's a $600 guitar, the ASAT Classics or Ass Hat. But it's a made in Indonesia one, so that's good, right? And it's also got a satin finished neck with I don't think that's rosewood, or is it rosewood? It could be. I don't think it's Palfaro. I think it's rosewood, but just not a high grade quality rosewood, right? But it's the swamp ash body, right? In natural. It looks really nice. And it's got the humbucker in the neck. Look at that. Right? And what I was thinking about doing with this thing is flipping around the plate here, flipping that, and maybe dropping the Vegatrem VT2 in here. Right? Do it up. So I also got another guitar from him for that money, but I've loaned that out. So it's a Takamine, one of their 50th or 60th anniversary. I think it's 50th anniversary ones that has these like flowers on the inlays, and also flowers on the pick guard. It's a very cool looking acoustic electric guitar, and I loaned it to my buddy Norm, who I'm hoping is learning to play the guitar, but I doubt he has much time for it. But yeah, so those are also two new guitars that happened in 2022. And of course, the amp, the 5150 happened in 2022. So this is the year in review, by the way, if you haven't figured that out. Also bought that because Johnny Bean and I, earlier in the year, he often goes to the Santa Clara Guitar Center on his way here, and on this direction. He does something here Mondays and Wednesdays usually, and then we try to hook up if I'm not working out somewhere. If I'm around, I can hook up with him and stuff. So bottom line is, he was at the Santa Clara store. He says, dude, they have the 5150 here, the iconic. You got to check it out. I'm like, all right, well, tell me when you're going to be around the next time. So the next time he was there, maybe the next week or something, I met him there. And it sounds so killer. It just, for the money and for the sound, man, the sound, it's just amazing. And then, of course, I was reading up on the specs on it, and I was checking out other people's reviews of it, and it's a screaming killer. Yeah, the Satriani one, I'll tell you about that, but that was last year or the previous year. But it's a screaming great amp for the money. The 6L6s with the EL83s, I think, right in the preamp stage. You can separately control each channel's volume, so you can bring them into the same loudness. And you've got the boost channel and the burn channel, or I mean the boost or the burn for the first or second channel. So you've got really 4 different sounds out of the one amp. Plus, you can go direct in out of an XLR out of the back. It's got an FX loop. It's got a presence and a resonance control. So if you know what that does, the presence, you can really control the high end, and the resonance, you can really, control the bottom end, or I guess a lot of people would, what you would call kind of your amps, what do they call that? Headroom, right? The headroom, I think, is kind of that in the room booming sound that you get right out of an amp that you can adjust. So it's not too booming, it's not too bassy. I don't know if you notice on some other people's reviews of amps and stuff, sometimes they can be really boomy, and depends on what you like. But on some recordings, it might be too boomy, too bassy, too booming is the best way I can describe it, like booming out at you, right? So hey, you're still up, dude. L&M Guitar Corner. I don't need a wiggle stick on any guitar. I would much rather. So this is definitely Martin. I have the tuning stability of a fixed bridge. Dude, I get that, but I my first ever guitar that I bought with my own money was a Kahler Spider, fully, floating bridge, and I that was what I got used to right from the beginning. So, you know, you don't have to use it if it's you know, if you got it in tune, it's going to stay in tune on a you know, on a guitar like that. You know, it's locked down, so it's going to stay in tune. But maybe not for weeks at a time like yours. You know, you never have to tune it ever. But I don't have a problem with tuning a guitar real quick. You know, it's not a big deal. Hey, Lord Spike Protein, what's up, dude? Thank you for joining us here on the Guitar Mod Squad show. So yeah, I guess right. I know. Yeah. Oh, your first electric was a Westtown. So the first electric I ever held in my hand that was mine that I tried to play something on was this really heavy solid ash. It almost looked like it was oak. It seemed like it was oak, but looking back on it now, I think it was solid ash wood Telecaster. That must have been an early 70s Telecaster, but it didn't have a name on the headstock or nothing that I can recall. I don't think it had any name on it. So it might have been something someone built themselves, and my mom gave it to me. She said, oh, some friend of hers gave it to me. And I don't even remember what I did with that guitar. It was so not what I wanted to have. You know, I wanted an 80s metal machine. You know, I had this Fender Telecaster. They didn't even use terms back then like you know, like a dad guitar, grandpa guitar, or whatever. But I definitely didn't want anything like that. So I was actually shopping for a PA system for my keyboards because I was more of a keyboard player. Really, I was a keyboard player, and I saw this SR. No, yeah, guess it was right. SR-71 WRC Gibson Super Strat. So the SR-71 is like after the U2 and the Blackbird, SR-71 Blackbird spy plane. I think they made some Super Strat style guitars like the U2, which was named after the spy plane, the first one, and an interesting project by the CIA. If you ever look into that, back in the day when they were spying on what the Russians were doing with missiles and this and that. Anyway, that black and white parts guitar with the ebony fretboard was designed by Wayne Robert Charvel, so that's the WRC. And if you look those up, it had a Gibson kind of scroll kind of logo on the headstock. The truss rod cover said WRC for Wayne Robert Charvel. And I loved that guitar. It was stolen from me back in like 2006. And I should buy one. You can see them once in a while for sale for around a couple grand. Pardon me. But yeah, hey, Johnny Bean. Hello from the road. On the road again. Yeah, but yeah, right. That's exactly right, Alonzo. Just stretch the crap out of the strings, and that's why you got to get one of these, man. That's why these things are a hot item. The string stretcher, right? Because you can get your strings stretched out real quick. You don't have to hurt your fingers doing it if you're a roadie, especially, or if you're changing a lot of strings a lot, like if you work at a shop as a tech, that'll save your butt. That'll save your fingers. But yeah, man. Yeah, so what were we talking about? Oh, you're going to bed. Okay, L&M. All right, Martin. Well, go to bed, get to work. You got to go work tomorrow. Tomorrow in America, we get the day off because in America, we believe that if your New Year's Day is on a Sunday, we're going to give you Monday off. So I'm taking it off as well. Yeah. I like the unusual shapes too, but you don't like to play them. Yeah. The Mockingbird, definitely, those pointy guitars from back in the day, right? Yeah. Those things are definitely. Gotta block this guy here. Did you get him? Putting him on timeout. There we go. Block him and put him on timeout. But yeah, they can be uncomfortable, especially sitting down. But if you're playing standing up, who cares? That's kind of like it's all for fun. Yeah. I had a buddy had a Warlock, and he loved playing that thing, but he played it standing up always. Yeah, everyone's wishing Johnny a guitar. Oh, do you want to know about what mods are going to occur? So, Lord Spike Protein. There are a number of mods I have planned for this year. So let me turn the camera this direction. See that Strat right there? That's my Sonic Blue Blacktop Strat. And one of the things I'm going to do with this thing this year is drop a pair of Vinum pickups in them. They're from Canada, custom made pickups. I've already put a Vega Trem in there, so this one has a Vega Trem. I'm working on this Fernandez Strat I bought at Norman's Rare Guitars for $400 for $399. Took the neck off because it needs a slight truss rod adjustment, and that needs to be done from there, right? And then I found out that the screw that fell a minute ago that they used to hold the plates in were like this, and I'm like, what? So I just went today, finally had some time. I did some errands today, and one of those errands was to pick these up, some proper, Fender wood screws, to put this thing back together after I clean it up. And so this thing's been modded. It has, obviously, I don't think any of this was original on this Fernandez. It's got some super stacked humbucker Duncans in it that are vintage 80s, it looks like to me, and looks like vintage 80s Fender lace sensor silver pickup in the middle there, which is a really good pickup for the middle position, if you ask me. I might even change up the pots on here because I doubt these are 500K pots for the humbuckers, and even though these are stacked humbuckers, I bet you they'll sound better with 500K pots than 250s. And then I might change this switcher out just to get a higher quality switcher in there. And I might even, change out the output jack to a higher quality output jack. Since I have it apart, so but I'll have to order the output jack. I might have one, but I might order another one. But that's a guitar that I'm planning to do a bunch of mods to, including installing a Tessie switch. I'm gonna do the pick guard separately. So I'm gonna do a separate pick guard, so that way I can just load the pick guard, switch it up all the time. And then I also have these really cool. Where are they? Oh, I set them aside somewhere. Anyway, they were right over there, but I have some gold lace sensor Fender pickups that are mid 90s as well, that I bought from my buddy Jack the Rabbit, another awesome dude, who lives in the San Francisco area. And I'm gonna set up a pick guard for that guitar with that setup, so that way I can just switch out that guitar with different pickups. But right now, some of the other ones I have in there, like my 60th anniversary here, I switched that out with a Vega Trem. It's got a gold Vega Trem in there. And then this guitar is actually a not the proper black and white Frankie. As you know, it's got the wrong kind of fretboard, because this is actually a Schecter. And I'm going to unstripe this. I was thinking about buying one of the 78 Eruption guitars. I was looking at that one over at Guitar Center, but not for $18.99 with fret sprout and just a gig bag. So bottom line is I want a little more for my money. So I'm going to wait till maybe the prices come down on something like that, just like they did with the Frankie. And if I get lucky, find a near a lightly used one, even though these are relics. So if you buy one of those 78 Frankies, they're the Eruption guitars, they're relics, right? So hey, what's going on, Robert Ramford? Robert Ramford's got some cool guitar builds going on right now too. You guys got to check his stuff out. Yeah, but those are some of the mods. And then another really cool mod thing I'm doing, it's not really a mod, but I'm building some pedals, and my friend Amanda Peters is modding them, in the sense she's going to be actually spraying the enclosures. So I bought some StewMac ones, and I bought some BYOC, build your own clone BYOC pedals. So I have 5 pedal builds that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be doing them in the upstairs room that I'm converting a storage room that's got a bunch of crap in it right now, into the Mod Squad room up there, so I can do all that soldering and all that kind of stuff up there, because I don't want to do it in the studio room here. So I do have a window here, and I could do it here and waft the smell out that direction, but I'd rather do all that kind of room up in there where there's no carpeting and there's nothing like that that can mess something up. And so those are the plans for the year. And then my big build plan for the year, I have two build plans that I'm thinking of. One of them is my what I'm going to call my driftwood, like washed up off the shore Pacific Coast Telecaster build that I want to do with that piece of reclaimed redwood that I have. So I'm going to use a redwood body. It's going to be a really light guitar, and I've still got to get a neck for that, and I might have my buddy Mike help me with that. So there's a guy over here who's got a shop. He actually shares a space with the guy who builds. I think they're called Zane or Zon or something guitar. They're basses. Is it Zon or Zane? I think it's Zon. Anyway, so I might ask him to help me build that. But who knows? We'll see. So these are plans that I have, and then I have my really insano plan. My insano plan is to do a Hydra kind of guitar, like the Steve Vai guitar. This is an insane plan. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I want to try to make this happen. To do a Hydra version, but all EVH. So in other words, the bass is going to be either the Jack Daniels Mikey bass on the bottom end, or it might be a Wolfgang body style Wolfgang bass bottom part. The center neck and section of the guitar is going to be the beaked headstock Kramer style 5150 guitar, and then the top end is going to be the black and white Frankie with the Fender style, Gibson logoed headstock, and then where he puts his little harp thing on his crazy guitar, I'm going to put like some kind of funky little mini keyboard, and then have it all hooked up through like 4 or 5 cables, right? Stereo with the keyboards going out into like amps and PAs and whatever. And I'm going to try to play something with it. and it's just an insane idea, but it's freaking cool, right? So I think it would be so cool to be able to make that guitar happen, or if you want to call it a guitar, to make that monstrosity that's like a completely different Frankie build, right? Yeah, I know I'm nuts, but I'm thinking about either having my friend Mike help me design and build the body, okay, or and this is the craziest part, buy 3 separate body kits and just slice them and glue them together. I mean, I have the technology, I have the tools, I've worked with wood, I'm a woodworking person, so I know how to build with stuff. I probably would be able to build it and make it a stable build. I definitely have to chamber the holy crap out of this thing, right? But can you guys imagine that? I mean, can you imagine that guitar? Oh man, it would be the most coolest shit. And if somebody's stealing my idea, go ahead. Let's see you do it. But but I'm gonna try to do it. So I think I gotta wrap this up because we're already after 4 o'clock, and I gotta probably go pick up my sweetie soon. I don't know. She might not be out yet. Oh, let's see. Let's see. We got messages. No new message. So I'm gonna end the show soon. But yeah, that's my crazy mods plans so far for the year. And oh, by the way, and if you haven't heard, you guys, the mods when it comes to those pedals, what's kind of, yeah, I know I got to put this on. Yeah, I am nuts. But what's crazy about the you will get your 100K subscriptions. I just want 1,000, dude. I'm not even looking for 100K. But if I do build that, maybe that would create some interest, right? So, and maybe I can live the dream of being like this insano guitar building mod YouTuber. Maybe that'll be my shtick, right? But yeah, it might work. It might work, right? But anyway, so those are the plans for this year. And as you know, I plan a lot of stuff that don't always doesn't always work out. But I'm definitely gonna put a lot of effort into it this year to make it happen. Outside of some original music up on the hippie show and out to the world, right? So we'll see if anyone has any interest in that. Hopefully, And the first one's going to be the one I promised Jeff at the Metalhead Hippie Show, which is a metal song. So I promised him a metal song. So I'm going to try to get into the month of metal, MOM, the mom show for January to make that happen. And there's already a lot of stuff planned for this weekend, including next weekend, heading to LA with Johnny Bean for that awesome book signing thing. So that's going to be super cool. The Tone Chaser book. I'm forgetting the guy's name. I had it on the tip of my tongue, but anyway. So yeah. So let's do this unboxing. So if you're new to the channel, you'll soon realize I'm a very generous person. I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. I slowly amassed this stuff over the last 10 years or so. But I do like to repay the guitar gods out there for blessing me with so much goodness. And so I do giveaways. Usually once a month I do a Where's Frankenvan? Because I have this van that I'm planning to convert into the Frankenvan. I've already got the license plate. I got to get the bodywork and paint work done, but there's always something holding it up, and it'll probably happen this spring. But I've already got it kind of figured out for how the striping is going to go on it and whatnot. But let's get the drum roll going for this thing. This is what January's winner will get. That's right. An Angus Young Funko Pop. Why? Well, because Angus rocks, doesn't he? I think so. Where's the one I wanted? There it is. Oh, yeah. He rocks. And I've got two of these because what happened is I went to Guitar Center and I bought like some other Funko Pops and stuff. So I got the two Devo ones right there. I got the Whip It one, and then I think it's the Working in the Coal Mine one or something like that. And a bunch of others, like I've got Joe Perry. I've got, there's Joe Perry. Iggy Pop right there. I've got two of the Queen dudes, Taylor, the drummer, and or a bassist. He's the drummer. And of course Freddie Mercury. Then we got Alice right there, right? And I think this is Angus right here. Alice Cooper. That's a cool one, I thought. Oh my god. I wish the names were on their feet or somewhere, because I forget sometimes who these people are. My memory's not that great. But and then I got let's see, I got last week's Guitar Mod Squad. I repaired Slash's broken headstock Gibson. See, it's on there now, but you can see the repaired headstock break right there by his thumb. Anyway, it came broken. Classic Gibson broken headstock. And then we got the Jimi Hendrix one, the white guitar one, which is super cool. So I'm getting into these Funko Pop things, the action figures, the Funko Pop action figures. And then unfortunately, I don't know where it went, but we got a lost leg. I got to find Joe's leg here, and his guitar is fallen down somewhere over here. So we got Satriani's leg. So this is going to be next month's giveaway for the Where's Frankenvan. So stay tuned for the Where's Frankenvan. Hey, R3, what's up, dude? Stay tuned for the Where's Frankenvan episode coming up in January. It might be from LA. It might be this week. Should be from LA. But I'm not going to be driving the Frankenvan into LA because it's bad gas mileage. Hey, Hobarodi. But maybe next week or maybe the week after, we're going to do that as a giveaway. So I think that's it. That's the show, you guys. Thank you, R2. This is what we do. We message each other in the chat that way. There should be a little Wayne Kramer playing guitar on his back, right? Exactly. Limping with the alien. That's funny. Hey, the Falco is also here. What's up, you guys? So the show is pretty much over. We did the unboxing. We did the update on the work that I'm probably going to finally have some time tomorrow. My sweetie, I'm going to be picking her up tonight, I hope. And then tomorrow, I'll have a chance to actually start working on this, getting it ship shape. And like I said, I might change out these pots because I have some. I have some pots. But then that's going to require me to do some soldering. And I've never done that before. So we'll see. Maybe I'll leave it for now and do and do those updates in the future when I have that room upstairs ready for the soldering. Right? What do you guys say? I might order. You know, a different output jack here, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll leave this in here, right? Or maybe I'll remove it and I'll replace it with with a new Vegatram, right? We'll see if I want to go that cuckoo into upgrading this thing, especially considering that really what I should put the most money into on this thing is these frets being replaced because they are pretty worn. They are pretty worn down. Yeah. So we'll see. I'm going to get it all back together with, you know, the proper screw for the neck plate and all, and see how it plays and how it responds and all. And if it needs, you know, the proper upgrades with the frets being replaced and stuff, we know people that we can have it done by, right? So we'll get those people on it, right? So until next time, you guys, thank you so much for joining the Guitar Mod Squad show here, the New Year's special year in review. I think I went over everything, didn't I? No, I didn't. I forgot one guitar, didn't I? This one. Yeah, this is the other one I bought in 2022. And this one's also going to get modded. Why, pray tell, you ask? Why would I mod this? Well, I bought this used for about $400 off the standard price. And we thought there was something wrong with the neck because of that little finish issue there. I think it was kind of repaired or something post sending out to me. But bottom line is there's nothing wrong with this guitar. Otherwise, it's great. But why I bought this is because I want to do a 5150 style stripe finish on this with blue and yellow stripes for my birds. So I'm into birds. I've got this little guy right here, Limón. Tweet, tweet. And we had some birds before that aren't with us anymore. And in homage to them, I thought I would stripe this up in yellow and blue stripes. So kind of like a light blue, kind of like an indigo blue, and kind of like this color yellow, kind of like this pasty limon yellow color. And my friend Amanda, I hope Amanda Peters will help me do that. That's the plan. She's working on my pedals right now, so it'll be a cool thing to do to, you know, change this thing up, mod it, and make it a little something special rather than just a plain old slime guitar, right? Yeah, Limon stripes. And the other pedals, by the way, one of them is going to be the Limon delay. So it's a delay pedal from Stu Mac. The Limon delay. We've got the Maximus tremolo pedal. That's coming. And then we have, I think it's the Indigo chorus pedal. I got a chorus pedal from BYOC, Build Your Own Clones. And then who else? I got the Indigo. Oh yeah, of course, the Roxy pedal. So the Roxy pedal is going to be a very cool pedal too. So that one I think is going to be I wanted to get a phaser for that one. I mean a flanger for that one, but I'm trying to remember, what did I get? Did I get a flanger in the end? I think I did. So I think no, it's a fuzz. That's right. So it's the flying pickle fuzz pedal. That's right. So it's another Stu Mac one, because I did end up buying a flanger as well from BYOC. But I think we're not going to do the flying pickle flanger. We're going to do the flying pickle fuzz, because like, way huge pickle, or Russian pickle, or pickles, the whole Roxy flying pickle thing kind of sounds like it would work better for a fuzz, right? So that's the plan. So those are the plans, you guys, for the future year 2023. Hope I can make all my dreams come true, making these things happen. Most importantly, more recording and work like that done in the studio. Yeah. And Hobo is saying something that actually 2 in S and SF. Somebody's buying something from. By the way, I'm selling a snowboard. If somebody wants to buy a snowboard, yeah, I actually recognize a lot of LA neighborhoods, Franken Vans away. There you go. So we might do a special location, but in my Subaru. But then that wouldn't be a Frankenvan thing. So normally I do like the San Francisco area, and I'm trying to change it up so it makes it more easy for you guys to take part. In other words, I'll make it easy for you to guess where the district of San Francisco or what city I'm in, and then I'll do a drawing of whoever guessed right. Last time, only one person guessed right, so I didn't have to do a drawing. So the way I'd like to do it is that make it an easy thing for you guys to like know the answer to, not make you work too hard for it, and then do a drawing on the following like show, like on a Thursday show for Guitar Mod Squad show, or I mean Thursday's Gear and Demo show, or Sunday Guitar Mod Squad show. So whatever works, we'll do a drawing, and then hopefully the same people will contact me when we do the drawing. So what we'll do is we'll have everyone contact me who wants to be in the drawing, and then we'll do the drawing, and then you send me your information, and whoever won in the drawing, right, randomly picked, I'll send it to you. So right on. So that's how we're going to do it. So thank you, Robert Ranford. Thank you. Happy 2023. Bring it. That's what I say. Bring it 2023. We've had so many crazy things happen this year already, but we will make 2023 better. We're going to make it rock. That's what I say, right? Until next time, you guys. How do we do that? See you around in the chats and